Hello, everybody. Polite Kitty. Wanted to go live today from YouTube. I'm really trying to get into the YouTube thing and Twitch, just because I'm enjoying this and I'm enjoying having the videos. Also trying to get away from other social media platforms. Don't want to give in too much to the other universe. Just a few thoughts today. I just had a lot of uh, stuff that I've been thinking about with my, therapy. And I don't know if you guys know this, but not only do I do comedy and storytelling, but I'm also a therapist. I know that's a very broad term. Like, "Ooh, what kind of therapist?" Well, I I give social emotional learning and coaching sessions and do a lot of assessments and behavioral health for autistic people, um, not to include ABA, but I focus more on I guess, the polyvagal theory, acceptance and commitment therapy act, and that kind of thing. All those technical terms. So basically, I really do try to keep a positive mindset, and I love to use good coping mechanisms and all of that other fun stuff that comes with your mental wellness. And the one thing I've ran into a lot is that, especially nowadays, it's really hard for people to get access to those services. So I thought maybe I would provide at least some sort of general chat with you out there in YouTube land. I do want to put a disclaimer on this that I cannot diagnose and I cannot give medical advice through YouTube. What I can do is give general support and be there for those who feel like they just need somebody to listen to them. I can definitely do that. And I can also be that person to tell you that you are wanted and you are needed here on this earth. Uh, I can't stress that enough. I promise I have been in your place. And honestly, this week has not been a great week for me either. Um, there's been times this week when I've just felt like, yeah, this world is nothing. And I'm sure, I know everyone keeps telling me it's probably because some planet is in retrograde. Probably, I don't know. And I'm not the one to tell you who it is and which planet it is, even though I am probably wearing the beanie hat and I've got the white skin. But it just, but you get into this rut, and so you feel like, okay, nothing is going to work, and you really do spiral into this. Nothing good is going to happen, and nothing great is coming, and I'm never going to get out of it. So then what do? You don't have a therapist. Maybe you can't afford to go somewhere, so you turn to social media. And I want you to get a good, mentally healthy channel somewhere from someone fun. I'm not going to be boring, and I'm not going to sit up here and lecture to you, and I'm not going to make you do all these different things. I'm not that person. I'm going to make jokes, and I'm going to be here with you because I'm real and I'm just like everybody else. Like I said, I have the same thoughts that you do, and I live through it just like everybody else. The only difference is that in my head, because I went to school, I have to battle all the thoughts of yes and no because I can see from both sides. Yeah, it's really frustrating. One topic that came up this week was daily affirmations because I've been seeing daily affirmations posted everywhere on social media. And honestly, those irritate me. I am sure that they are very helpful for a lot of people. They are very generic, at least the ones that I see on social media. So you'll get things like, oh, this is going to be a great day. And then the point and purpose of the daily affirmation is that you're supposed to say it to yourself throughout the day several times, right? But unless you have that with you and you're constantly remembering to do it, it doesn't work. Especially for people like me who have memory issues. My epilepsy makes it so that way. I mean, I could say the daily affirmation once and then I'll be like, oh, yeah, forgot. So I'm like, okay, but they're very generic. It doesn't help me in any way possible. Okay, today's going to be a great day. How? I get now the autistic part of me is going, well, give me more, be more specific. Like, what's going to happen? Do I have to make something happen? Or is the universe going to bring something to me? I have questions. Maybe that's part of my problem too. I ask too many questions. I was told that I did ask too many questions. I was always the person at the staff meeting or in school that would, you would constantly be waiting to get to the end of the class so that way you could leave early maybe or leave the end of the meeting, get out of the meeting on time. And I was always the one asking questions going, but wait, I have something. So back to daily affirmations. And I realized with these daily affirmations is that not only do you get these generic ones that don't really pertain to you, you don't really feel them. You don't, so if you don't feel them, you're not really employing them in your life and it has no meaning or value. So then customize the daily affirmation to your lifestyle so that way it has value for you now. And they can be very simple. A lot of people, especially in my situations, who are maybe don't make a lot of money, or maybe their living situation's not great. They've got to you've got to start small. So maybe it could be today I am going to find a warm place to warm up my feet today. And that could be a good start and affirmation for the day. And then, if you accomplish it, then awesome. And then it makes you feel better. I know another one, another one that I joked about was each new day brings experiences and opportunities. Yeah, no kidding. Those could be positive or negative. That's not really a daily affirmation. It's just kind of stating a fact. Maybe that's my autistic brain again saying, just a fact, not really an affirmation, I guess. That's perspective too. My cup, by the way, is from one of my friends. I know that they don't like that word, the F word. Shh, the F word. But I use it. It is from their merch, and this one says I'm way too autistic for this shit, which most of the time I am. And there's a little grumpy cat with their arms folded. So yeah, so then I decided between the daily affirmations, so then you start, maybe you don't accomplish these daily affirmations and then you really start getting on yourself and you're feeling depressed from daily affirmations because you feel like they're not working. You're really setting yourself, it's almost like setting yourself up for failure. And it reminded me of a book that I read to a lot of my students, which is called Red by Michael Hall. And initially, it was written as a story about a transgender person, um, but it just has such a good like moral to the story about how we shouldn't compare ourselves to others and how no matter what the label is, we need to do what's right by what's inside of us, and not what others think. And we shouldn't change for others. There's like so many layers in the story, and it's a kid's book. And so I actually read that story on one of the YouTube lives, and I read it on Twitch, and it just really got me thinking again about how jaded myself I had become with this world Again, just from a simple thought about daily affirmations and seeing it in my news feed. And the story actually helped bring me back down to earth per se, I guess. It made me feel more grounded. It actually relieved anxiety because now I can stop and think, okay, I don't have to compare myself to others. I don't have to do this daily affirmation, and I don't have to be part of that generic thing. I can do it my own way. And I encourage all of you who are listening to this to do it your own way. Don't compare yourself to others. Um, like I said, that daily affirmation thing just really started the whole thing. um, you know, like I said, customize them to you. They can be small and you can start them off with just a little bit every day, and they don't have to be those giant generic ones because that can feel so heavy and so big. So start off small. Did you ever see the movie What About Bob? And he's reading about baby steps, and it really is. It's about baby steps, and you'll start to notice a difference by the end of a week, and then you'll start to notice a bigger difference by 2 weeks and 3 weeks and four, and pretty soon, you know, not only does the internal feelings and thoughts change, but things on the outside may start to change for you as well. That's my message tonight. I hope anyone who is watching this enjoys it. This has been Tips from your Dysfunctional Therapist. Good night, everyone.